toward the last third of the class, we will be reading a literary play, and you will be working with that to write a literary analysis for me. I don't get to just pick any work completely from my own choice. Lorraine gives me a number of choices, and I think maybe five, and I have to pick one from that choice. I thought the best one we could work with is Eugene O'Neill's Long Day's Journey into Night. Now, think about that title. That's an important title. Um, some of the other works on that list, I believe, we've sort of over taught in our American school system, like Hamlet. Although if you haven't read Hamlet, you need to read Hamlet, and you need to probably watch a good Hamlet adaptation, screen adaptation. Well, we're going to work with Long Day's Journey into Night. Now, if you have the book and you want to start reading the book, you need to do that. Just, I would say, if you have some free time this week, just get started. I mean, it's coming up. May as well do this. It is a longer work than most plays. I will say this: I watched the YouTube. There's a classic movie on this in YouTube, and it's free. It's open access. Okay, Long Day's Journey into Night. Eugene O'Neill and Katharine Hepburn plays the mother there. She does a great job, and I would highly recommend that movie. All right, and that movie it's a bit long. I think it's like 3 hours long, or at least 2.5 hours long. But it's long because it stays so faithful to the text. There about 90% of that play is in that movie. All right, there, I made sure of that. I looked and I could see when they were dropping out things, but they don't paraphrase. I mean, this is really close to the original thing, and everything they say is in fact part of Long Day's Journey into Night. So they had to cut some lines here and there just to compress it, but not by much. All right, so if you want to go onto YouTube and watch the movie, I'm okay with that. So you need to get this story into you somehow, through the book, through the movie. Just do it. And I want you to think about something. A lot of people have considered this an incredible play. In fact, it's right up there in terms of, could this be one of the greatest plays in modern times? Okay, so we have embraced certain things in the last 20 years, 30 years concerning how we consume information that has done some things to us. And I'm not saying it's good or bad, because human beings tend to shift this way, and we adapt, and we get over it, and we create great works, great things given a new way of assessing information. But we do have shorter attention spans now, and we expect a lot more movement, and a lot more of a surface story. Okay, so what I mean by surface story is it's just so it's right there. It's you know straight up dished out to you in terms of the conflict, the drama, the action, the resolution. All of that is pretty much on the surface, and the story arc is richly textured. That's kind of where we are right now, right? But so many works in the past and even now, um, that can be works of great quality, might take a much slower path. Might have a storyline that just happens literally within a room, or that doesn't have a lot of kinetic action to it, but there's a lot of tension there, and it's artistically done. There are elements there that make it great, and I want you to position yourself back into this time where you can experience some of the conflicts and concerns and issues that this family, was experiencing. And uh, they might be living in a different house from you, or they might look different from you, or they might talk differently, or whatever. It's just the fact of the matter is that the tension is the same. And some of the things that this family struggles with, modern families struggle with: deception, ambition, um, a a failed son, a sickness, a death, failed dreams to get to have certain things in life in terms of acquisition. I'd like to say wealth. I don't think it's a good thing to chase wealth, but a lot of people do, whether they say it or not. Practically speaking, if you look at their activity, they are working for money, and they want more of it. And what happens when something initially has a success for you and allows you to earn money, but in the long run, it's actually going to become a trap. And I'm thinking about the Father's one great play. You have to see the movie or read the book to see what I'm talking about. But there's a lot here. Okay, now if you just give it a chance, sit down, watch this thing. You might not, you may or you may not, enjoy it in the moment. But I do want you to try to grow through this. Okay, because again, a lot of um, this is a canonical play. In other words, it's part of that very short list of works that are at the top in terms of our creative ability. And and I have to admit, the question would be, well, who figures out what goes on these lists? Well, critics, publishers. There is at one point some sort of a public voice, but it's not as much as play as you might think. But longevity, how long does this play's appeal last? Perennial nature, it doesn't matter which time frame it's in. Does it touch on two important issues that we struggle or we face as humans? All right, so I just wanted to remind you, hey, this is coming up. All right, there's a lot to think about this work, and it's not all on the surface. You're going to have to go on. And again, the title is, a clue to you: long day's journey into night, from the light into the dark. So start reading or find the play on YouTube with the Katharine Hepburn, starring, and enjoy.